Hey, my name is Shybut, and I'm a second-year MBA at the George Washington University. My focus is international business and finance. This summer I spent working at an investment bank in Washington, D.C., focusing on infrastructure finance and project finance. I did my undergraduate at the University of Chicago and worked 3.5 years in Washington before coming back to start the MBA program. So right now I'm in between my first and second year at George Washington University. I'm focusing on international business and finance. I picked GW because it's an exciting international business program with a new curriculum and a very small student body, which was what I was looking for in my MBA. I started off thinking that I wanted to become a diplomat and work in the State Department, and I worked for about 4 years with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce helping develop business between the United States and India. And so having worked in Washington for 4 years on the trade association side, I got really interested in making deals happen between emerging markets and the United States businesses. So what really influenced me in getting into business school and looking at GW was realizing that I needed to come back and get a formal financial education, learn marketing, learn operations, really get a hands-on experience there so that I could take that back to the private sector. I traveled to India about 5 times over the course of working at the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. And what was amazing and important about those trips was not the formal business meetings, the conferences that I attended or any of that. It was when I would travel to those countries, I would get in a car and drive out of the city and go to the next town over, or the town beyond that. And I noticed very quickly how bad the infrastructure would get, going from Delhi to Missouri or Rishikesh or Dehradun or any of these amazing hill stations in the Himalayas. You realize this country needs so many roads, it needs so much power, it needs so much wastewater treatment facilities. And that inspired me to think about how could I come back to this country with a better understanding of getting business done. I'd say everybody in finance seems to think that business gets done based on numbers. What I've realized in 4 years in Washington, D.C. is that everything is based on relationships, it's based on who you're comfortable working with. And so therefore, half of the difficulty of putting together a really good deal is bringing in the right people. So from that perspective and from my experience doing business in India and Vietnam and other places in the world, it's tremendously difficult to get something done without a good relationship with your partner. One of the most meaningful experiences I've had was helping an Indian company sell its stake to a U.S. company. And that could have gotten done through any number of banks. They could have gone to the biggest bank in the U.S., the biggest bank in India, whomever. The issue with dealing with a family-owned company is that they're looking for their legacy, their gem to continue and to carry on and go forward successfully. And so there's certainly an aspect of that sale where they want to make sure that this Fortune 500 company is going to keep their company intact, that it's going to grow the name, it's going to grow the brand to even greater heights. It's not until you've sat down and shaken hands with both sides of a deal and ironed out all the different wrinkles and made something new out of nothing, made one company worth more to another company, that you start to realize the essence of business, of why business schools exist, of why you need to educate yourself. I think DC is where the opportunities are right now. I think Washington, D.C. is the place where more business gets done than people realize. And therefore it's an undersold market, and there are opportunities for business school students to come in and take advantage of them. And after 4 years in Chicago and terrible winters and realizing that I wanted to be someplace warmer, I thought Washington, D.C. would be the perfect environment for me to continue and to grow. GW sits at the doorstep of all the different government agencies. It's an amazing opportunity for students to learn how companies work with the government, how the government relies on companies to satisfy some of their diplomatic issues, and really how, in the end, both sides earn a profit. The government focuses on the profit side relative to the people in this country, and the businesses look at how they can develop and support the government in its mission while also making themselves profitable.